Hope I am audible to everyone.
Yes, sir, you are audible. Good evening, sir.
Thank you, Dipti ma'am. Thank you for confirming.
Good evening,
Uh,
sir. Yes, you're audible.
Thank you, Alika ma'am.
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Good evening, educators. Thank you for joining. Today is 78th webinar of GAP, and we truly express our sincere gratitude for making this community vibrant and for always being a keen learner and for being here. Today, this is the second session in continuation for last session on AI, which was conducted by Mrs. Sonia Vadva ma'am, and she's again today here with all of us. It was on request of many educators who wanted to have one more AI session, so that we requested Sonia Vadva ma'am to continue with the session. So those of you who are new, so I would like to quickly apprise you about Mrs. Sonia Vadva ma'am. So she has a 24 years of educational experience, and she has taught more than 5,000 plus students, and along with that 15,000 plus educators all along over this long journey. She has the experience of teaching diverse curriculum, CBSE, CISC, Cambridge, and State Board. She had been an examiner with CISC and Cambridge, and she is an IB trainer, teacher to teach information technology in global society. She is a curriculum and content design specialist for ICT and computer science, and is a passionate SDG advocate and SG4 investor. During the pandemic, she has contributed positively to computer education. So without taking much of your time, I would like to invite Mrs. Sonia Vadha ma'am to take over the proceedings for the day.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your generous introduction and welcome message. I would start directly into the session because we have to cover a lot. I hope there are people, those who were in the previous session and will be able to relate more. However, if you did not attend part one of the session, towards the end, I will give you a quick recap so that you relate to the context. This can also be considered as an independent in session in the sense that if you missed the previous one, we are going to do some new AIs today. I will set up the context and start so that if there are people, those who are coming for the first time here, they will also be able to relate. So before I begin, I want to do a fun activity, and by using an AI, which is basically creates immersive experience. So its name is Scroobly.ai. I am putting the link in the chat window. Sorry, Scroobly.com. I would request you to go to this link. I am sharing my screen. As I go to this particular platform, I need my camera over there. So I have to turn off my camera on Google Meet because at one point of time, your camera can be accessed by one application. So I'm going from here and I'm sharing my screen. And now you see that this particular AI, which I'm talking of, is up on my screen. This is just to do ice breaking for today's session and start. However, you can do it as a fun activity in your class teacher time and let children know about it. So we'll just click on start, and then it says that first choose a shape and then scribble. So there will be a set of shapes on the next screen. I can choose any one of that. So for example, this is make it move using your body. So I'm being given second hint that if I want my doodle to move, I have to shake my body and it will copy my actions. So now I'm going to go to the next screen, and it is using my camera. So this is going to go into immersive AR experience. It would take my camera and I have my choices. So suppose I want my doodle to look like a red one. So in the bottom, I have options. It takes at times some time to click on. So now it has taken my camera. If I don't want my background, I can turn off my background. So I'm turning off the background button. This AI takes little time to bring in because it is reading so many elements, my background, my face gestures. So I am just going to turn off the background once and show you once again. Now background is gone. I have my character that I have chosen. Now if I hit the record button and do some action, let's say I want my character to do some dance with me. Now if I hit the record button, whatever actions I would do, my doodle would also do. So you can take any doodle. Suppose I want this yellow one. Now I'm hitting the button, and whatever actions I would do with my hand, this would also do. So 3, 2, 1, it is going to go now. Now I'm raising my hand and I'm doing something like as if I'm doing Bhangra. So it is also capturing my gestures. So whatever I'm doing now, I am doing one hand at a time. So it is also doing one hand at a time. So it is recording. After 15 seconds, the recording has been paused. Now I have got this dancing doodle, which is representing me. I can save it as a GIF or as a PNG sequence, or I can export it as a doodle. Now suppose I'm exporting it as a GIF to be simpler for a layman to handle. Now, when you send wishes for Lodi, wishes for New Year, wishes for Christmas, you can make your own funny doodles and send the message across.
Excuse me, ma'am. Can you please explain it again? How can we create this doodle?
Yes, ma'am. I'm just give me 1 minute.
Sorry, I just joined. I joined late.
No worries.
So,
No worries.
sorry.
Let me give you a recap of it.
Please, thank you.
So let it complete and come out of the screen. Then I would go back and show. And I would want those who have created your own doodle, if you have exported them to as GIF, please share it in the chat window for everybody else to have a glimpse of it. And you can, share it with the social media with the tag Scroobly. I am done here. I can download it. So my Scroobly GIF has come here. So I am just showing you how to prepare. I'm closing this window once again and coming right from the once again, as ma'am has requested. So the name of platform is scroobly.com. I've given the link in the chat window. Hit the start button. Then it is showing me the steps. That first step is you have to choose a shape. Then you have to move your body the way you want your doodle to move your, copy your gestures. Then it will take care of your camera. So your camera would be on. If your camera is on other platform, like if your camera is on Google Classroom, so you switch that off. I don't want my background, so I've turned off my background using this button. I want this red one, and then there are many. I can choose. The list is on. I can take even this one. So it's my choice. So if I suppose I want to take this one, then whatever I'll do, my face would come with this crown and all. There are plenty of template. So let me try with this one with no background. Now, suppose as I hit this button of recording, I have to do some gestures which this AI would copy from me, and it is the power of computer vision, and it is going to copy that. So I am going to do this. I would make it do some exercises this time. It's going to record for 15 seconds. So I'm going to do a little faster, and I'm going to make it do some exercises. Whatever way I want my doodle to work on, I'm doing that kind of exercise. So once I've done, it has copied my gesture the way I was doing behind the screen. I can now save it. When I save it, I have options to import as PNG sequence, doodle, or GIF. I'm importing as GIF because it's easy for us to share GIFs on phone, on any platform, and the file is smaller in size. So I'm exporting it as GIF. It will take some time, and then it would say your GIF is ready. Once it's ready, I can download it and share it anywhere like any other GIF. Ma'am, I hope you understood now.
Yes.
Okay. So this is one of the fun time activity that you can do even during class teacher times. At times we have class teacher time with children, and we don't have idea to engage them. So it's just a fun AI. I would be telling you some AIs which can be used in the classroom, not only by subject teachers, but also by class teachers to engage them during class teacher time. So now I can download it. So it is downloaded. If I click from my download folder, so it is there and it is saved as a GIF, and I can use it. Now moving ahead to next second interesting AI. Should I move on? Any concerns related to the first AI that I showed you for the day? If there are any questions, please put them in the chat window. I'll come back and take those. My second...
yes, can you please show it once again? I got disconnected. Can you please show it once again?
So, ma'am, I'll come back to it just in a while. You move on with the second AI with me. because I just now repeated, then people, those who have already done, they will lose interest. So I'll come back to you. Don't worry. Towards the end, I will come back during the recap. You start with me with the second AI. The second AI is AI Dungeon. So its name is AI Dungeon. This is a beautiful AI that allows you to do story writing. Now, it's not only something for language teachers to use, it is something for every parent can use, every teacher can use, class teacher can use. Even people can make, AIs storytelling in take storytelling in any lesson. So for example, this is the URL. I've shared the URL. I'll go a little slow. So this is my home page. Now, if you are new to this platform, maybe for me, I already have an account. If you are new to this page and you are not on your home page, the first thing is you can set up an account here. However, you can play without creating an account also. But if you want the progress of your stories to be saved, so you can, they call it as a game. So that's why there is this play button. So you have continue, means I was writing some old story, I can continue. So let me just sign out from my account. So I think I'm in my account so that I can show you fresh from where you can sign in. So I am here. Let me just sign out. I'll log out and then I'll sign out fresh. So this is the front home page. If you are not signed in, that is how it looks like. And then you would have for sure a login button, which is here on the top right corner. So you click on login and then you sign in using any Gmail ID. So you can give any email ID, even for that matter, you can give Microsoft ID also or any Rediff mail ID also. So I'm just signing in using I'm forgetting with which ID I had signed last time. Just 1 minute. So let me take you to create another ID, which is new. So I'll just and then I am putting some password and I say continue. Oh, that's what my fear was. Okay, let me take this one. So I'm creating a password. I would request by the time I'm figuring out my old password, because I keep giving demo, all my IDs are in use and I think I've forgotten the password. So let me just try clicking on forgot password and put any ID, then I will reset the password. So I have forgotten the password. I am just clicking on an ID and getting my password by the time you people can log in. So I have got a password reset mail. I think I would reset it just now and we'll move ahead. The name of the AI is AI Dungeon. I will just again give the link in the chat window. So this is password reset. I'll just reset the password. Here I am. So I would reset the password. So my password is successfully reset. I now log in and demonstrate you. So here I'm good to go. Now this is my home page where I am. So AI Dungeon is an AI which is basically for storytelling. Come here on the bottom, you have AI Dungeon. They have changed recently the name to Latitude Games. However, you could go to AI Dungeon also. Click on play free. This again brings back to the same platform. Now, this is all about co-authoring a story with AI. And this is so fascinating. It will blow your mind. Say, for example, if you want to co-author a story with an AI, at the bottom, there are some template words given where you have some prompt. if you want to pick up any custom prompt, you can take that. So you have custom, prompts also. So you can go to the words, they call it as words. So you go to the words and some of these words are given here. You can pick up any word and start building your story over there. If you don't want to, build from here, you can say quick start. So you can quick start from here, and then it is giving you options. So suppose you
But
want,
where's the option quick start?
ma'am, here on the home page, you have this quick start. In this banner where it's written welcome to AI Dungeon, you have quick start here. So click on quick start. Now you have either you want to make a story on the theme fantasy, like mystery, zombies, custom. So I'm going to go in one with fantasy, and then I'll show you with the custom one. Or you can even take mystery for that matter. So let me start with mystery. It says select a character. Your character is a patient, is a doctor, is a detective, or is a spy. So let me say that my character is a doctor. And enter your character's name. Let's say my character name is Namjo. So I have named him like that. Up it's generating an automatic story prompt. So AI is generating that for us if we don't want. So it says you are Namjo, a doctor living in Chicago. A patient is brought to you who is in coma. No one knows who he is. Just that he collapsed in front of hospital with a note in his hand and a pendant in his pocket. As you examine him, you discover that he has no fingerprints left due to being burned. The police have no leads and no way to identify him. So you agree to work on this case, right? So you are a doctor and this is a mystery story. Now, if I have to build this story, now it's my chance. AI has given me a prompt. If I don't like this prompt, I can say retry. So AI would give me another prompt. So AI has changed the scenario. So his pulse is weak, barely detectable. Some portion is same, some it has changed. If I keep hitting retry, it will keep giving me more prompt. Now suppose I've satisfied with this one. Now do is a word when you want to take an action, you write your action in front of do. When you want to say something, like we say, no, Ramesh, go there. So we are saying something fixed in double quotes. Then you use say. Then what happened next? If you want to tell that, then you take the story prompt. So suppose I am saying that Namjo was getting breathless himself, looking at the patient. I've just given one line and I press enter. Namjo was getting breathless. Sorry for the spelling mistake. And doctor and nurses arrive as one driving the Ipsos, stop the car, and all crowd around the bed. He's been an accident, one of the nurses says. So if suppose I don't like and I say retry, and I want AI to try in front of after my line, AI has to try next line. So it is giving me second prompt. Now suppose I'm clueless. What AI has given looking interesting, but I'm getting clueless. What should I put next? I can simply press enter. Now AI will again build on it. So I have taken story prompt and I have pressed enter, and AI is building on the next. The nurses were unable to wake him up and are becoming increasingly concerned. Now I want to say something. So I am saying that later that night, one of the nurses came to your office and asked you to speak to the nurse on duty. So you are saying, yes, I will. You are saying this. So that's why I've taken say. You say, yes, I will. So it has come like that. The nurse makes her apologies and departs. You stand thinking for a while. You think to yourself, now suppose I want some action to be done. Do, but I'm clueless. So maybe I can write, okay, let me go near his bed. So while I'm talking to you, I'm building. I have not given a thought to it before. So I'm just building randomly and seeing what AI is bringing. You head down to the nurse's station. You knock on the glass wall and the nurse on duty swing around looking concerned. Yes, it is. So this is a way where you can build a story with AI. You can keep writing, you can keep doing undo, redo, retry. So AI will help you build a story. Now, what is the advantage of it? So there are two things that you as educators can, take this opportunity of this platform with your students. Definitely, it's a great platform for story building skills. I have given demonstration to all subject teachers here. For example, on this platform, you are a chemistry teacher and you are telling story of a chemical, and you want children to build the story with AI and then show it to the rest of the class, and then let them guess the element for which the story was built, or story of a tree in biology. So you can actually use storytelling in any subject. Now suppose I come back to my home page and I again go to quick start, and I say that, children, I am giving you a prompt. So if you want to give your own prompt, go to custom and you give your prompt to your to the AI. So you may think that when AI generate the prompts, it may have some ideas before on hand. So I am going to go to story and I am going to build a plot. I'm writing, I was one of the victims of earthquake that hit Nepal last in 2019. So I'm just giving this prompt for story building. I can press enter. I think there are a few typos. I was not able to see that Hitka spelling is wrong. So it was, but AI is understanding that I was about to type hit. More than 1,100 people were killed and hundreds and thousands were rendered homeless. But I want to tell you a story about hope and resilience. Is it a beautiful prompt that AI has given in response? What do you say? Is the story coming out nicely with my prompt? Is AI able to contribute well?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Definitely. It is a great tool to build story writing skills. This is the positive side of this tool. Now, once the child has built up his story, he can copy paste in Microsoft Word. He can send invite to friends to collaborate. So he can click on invite friends. He can give a code to them to join his story. So on the home page, there was a button join. So if people have to join into somebody's story, the people can share their story's code. Like so for example, I am giving this code to you in the chat window. You can join this story with me and we can co-author. So these are,
Ma'am, excuse me, ma'am, can this be done for the blogs as well?
For the
blogs, if one writes blogs.
So ma'am, this is specifically an independent blog. Yes, you can invite people to comment on your blog and collaborate. Okay. This is for this particular AI where I'm saying that I started writing and I have given you code. If you join my story, now how would you join my story? I'm showing you that on the home page, there was a button here. If you come, there is an option to join also. So for example, I'm just showing you from where you would enter into other people's story. So on the home page of AI Dungeon, if you do not have even a login, you can get into somebody's story. On the home page, there is a join button. I am somehow again come to my notice. Are you people able to see those who are on the home page join a story? If anybody is able to see it on the home page, let me just 1 minute. So I'm here. I would go here and I would say that home, and I would just go to my stuff. I'll go to my stories once again and I'll bring that story up. So I think this feature of joining, I am able to create the link. I'm able to invite you, but I think I will have to give you another code to upgrade your account. So I'll come back to this later on. Hold on.
Okay.
First,
Fine,
the point is, if we are liking this platform and we all agree that this is a beautiful platform for everyone to do, create story and build story writing skills, then you may ask me one thing. Ma'am, I am a language teacher and I want to do this activity of story writing in my school and it's a competition. What if children go back and they take advantage of this AI and then they come up and submit their stories, will it be ethical? So this question brings in the question of
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, the join link is on the play. If you go on to click on play, then you have the join multiplayer.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for bringing. So actually, yeah, thank you so much, ma'am. So it is join multiplayer. I had given you a link in the chat window. So you can type that link here and then you will be a part of my story. So this link which I had given, actually this interface is little changed. It has merged with another platform. When I last used it, it was independently AI engine. And today
Excuse me.
Yeah.
And which domain of AI we are using here for this story?
Yeah. So ma'am, this is a natural language processing. So I'm coding, means I'm typing in a language. AI is able to read my story, interpret it, not only reading, it is interpreting and interpreting it so well that, you know, it is able to comprehend it and then come up. So I have tried now, I can see that some people have joining my story. So you can also, you know, build with me, you can type it. I saw it here, just when somebody joins, a red dot comes here. Now my point is, there is a term related to AI is AI ethics. So if you are a teacher, maybe language teacher, or maybe computer teacher, and you are trying to teach AI ethics, now you can tell children that, you know, now that you know this AI, the purpose of using it to enhance your story writing skill. So I can see some teacher is building my story. That's so good to see. But the point is, if suppose you have a competition, see, as if suppose this AI was not there and you have launched a competition for your children to do story writing, can't they ask with their mama, papa, dada, dadi how to write the story? They can always ask and submit. We don't know whether it's their original work or not. Then if they have one more dadi like this AI, then what is the disadvantage? But we have to tell children at this stage, हम अपने लिए बोल सकते हैं कि वो AI से नहीं पूछेगा, then the child can ask any other person. And definitely the inputs from AI will be more authentic, more intellectual. So the story may come out of great quality and the child may win, and this is not legal win or something because he has taken a lot of help from AI, or maybe he'll just keep pressing enter and AI will build the entire story. But the point here is that you tell your children that I have told you this AI, the idea is to empower you to write beautiful stories and enhance language. When you type a sentence and in the return AI types a sentence, you get to learn new words, you get to learn new phrasal verbs. So the idea is to learn together. Now, if you are submitting a story for a newspaper, you know, for a newsletter, for school magazine, for a competition, please write at the bottom, co-authored with AI engine. That is the duty. That is how I do it. I teach them not to plagiarize, not to, you know, claim somebody else's work as your own work. We computer teachers teach them about plagiarism. We teach them about academic integrity. We teach them about not to copy paste and be original to yourself and be original, respect the, you know, give due credit to others for their work. So this is an opportunity to teach them the digital citizenship skills also, that when you are given a story writing assignment or you are submitting an original story for your school magazine, do not just write that written by Sonia Wadhwa, right? Sonia Wadhwa co-authored the story with AI Dungeon. Are we clear at the point that I'm trying to make?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Right. So this is how you can even print your story, you can save it, you can, you know, share it with your friends, and you can copy paste it in Microsoft Word and keep it for yourself. So that is how you can make it. So this was the second AI of today, which I wanted to give you and show you that you can actually use this AI for developing story writing skill. Now the third AI that I'm going to give you is Semantics. So I'll just give the URL in the chat window. This AI is beautiful for language vocabulary enhancement, for language teachers, for class teachers. Preeti ma'am, your hand is raised. Any question?
Good evening, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I just wanted to know, like, can we just track it out, like whether the child has done it with any of the AI platform or done independently? Is there some software which can just keep a track, like any software?
Ma'am, if his story, if he has published his story, for example, if you have, you know, premium account, you can publish your stories. and share it, and your story may get rating from other people on this platform. If it is a published story, then flag trackers may check it. But if it's an unpublished story, it's in your personal login, it is not shared with others, then it becomes very difficult for somebody to find it out unless you have not copy pasted some paraphrases from internet as a part of the story.
Thank
So
you.
see how the flag tracker work. It has a database to work on. If nothing is in the database, then it becomes a problem. Now the next platform is Symmetrics. So this is very useful for English language teacher and for class teacher, and I use it as a parent also to tell my niece and my kids at home to enhance their vocabulary. So there are two games. One is Play Arcade and second is Play Blocks. This is again an example of NLP, natural language processing, ability of AI to comprehend what is there on the screen or the words that the user is picking up. Now let's play first the Play Arcade game. There are some words which are being given. The word which is on the top, I have to type a word related to sun, not out of these. I'm not supposed to choose out of these. If I want, I can choose. For example, I can think that sun is related to moon. But even if I don't choose out of these words, I choose an independent word like heat. And then I press enter. So heat matches sun. If I put a sensible word, then what happens? The sun comes here at the bottom, and it says the most associated word with heat were just sorted to the bottom. So heat se matching jitne word the wo sare eliminate ho gaye. So now the game moves on. I have to make my cart empty to win. Now it says for moving the word target to face. So the next word, if I have to see a word which matches, I'm writing, let's say, smiling. So I feel that the face should be smiling. I've put in a word. So all other words which could have matched with face will all get eliminated. Then you have next word. So let's say beard. Now I am typing randomly out of the blue. I am not choosing purposely to demonstrate you power of this AI. If I wanted, I could have chosen one from the one which is given on the screen, but I'm not doing that. So I am just writing men for beard. Now it is removing the words which could have matched with that. Table, let's say, I'm going very random. So I'm saying, let's say, chair. All the related words are going, my score is increasing. So you can, give this target in your class to the students to play this game, and who gets the score 1000 first. As soon as you get the score 1000 first, put your screenshot in the chat window and you are a winner. Do this exercise during your English class, during your class teacher time. Do it with your own children when you are busy in kitchen. Tell them to use this AI. This is not a time waste. This is imagination. This is vocabulary increasing. This is familiarization with more words. What do you say? Useful?
Very useful.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, in the next turn, is the AI giving us the words on its own, or we can choose also?
No, it's giving every time the word which is being highlighted. Say I was inactive for some time, so my game got over. So basically, it is giving on its own. So if, for example, if we would choose, then it is randomly taking out. So random function is there. We are giving a matching, word from our mind, or we can choose if there is any matching from the list that comes up on the screen. That's absolutely our choice.
Okay, ma'am. Fine.
Now,
Thank you.
next AI is more powerful. The one which is with the blocks. So it says play blocks. I can click on play blocks. Now, here are some words coming. I can type a word here which matches any one of these. For example, I have table, I have chair, right? So what if I type table lamp? So I'm writing table lamp. It says try something related to one of the words. Your clue can be as long as you type. So I have typed table lamp. You see the table is being highlighted. Try again without using any of the words given here. So now it is prompting me कि अगर आप table use कर रहे हो तो AI के लिए आप easy कर रहे हो. Don't use the word. Okay, sun के साथ I am again going with heat, let's say. Now if it find, now AI is screening. It is screening through the words and it is saying heat किसके साथ जा सकता है. So heat जिस के साथ जा सकता है. Heat can only go with sun. It guessed sun. So if AI guessed sun, means it is
So how is the preparation going on?
Pardon? So the block sun is gone because I guessed it right. So AI was prompting you.
You took a. Oh, acha, acha. So, I mean, no, it's okay. You should rest also. I can understand many things are there. But see, I was trying to talk to you just in that.
So now, for example, it says umbrella and rain is not there. So if suppose I write rain, then AI is screening the word. So it is showing rain matches the most with umbrella. So that block goes. My responsibility, I can keep playing and removing. This is ear. And suppose I say plug. Now it will match. So it says earplugs will be the most suitable one. Now let me confuse AI. If I'm going to confuse, so we have chair, we have thunder, we have paper. Okay, paper. And then you have flower also, frozen also. Let me take something out of the bloom, which maybe doesn't match with anyone. So let me take serial or episodes. Wait, chalo, theek hai, serials is better. Now see, it has guessed television. If I say comfort, comfort can be on table, chair, and as well as on pillow. So I have typed comfort. So it has read my mind. It has taken pillow. So it is, this AI matches the most. Ab see, AI ko to pehle se nahi pata hai what I am going to write. So this is so powerful that it will screen through each and every word on the screen, and then whatever I type, it tries to match with that. So for example, I take cream now. So it is matching cream with eyes. It could have taken hamburger also, but I think it takes, now it is, I'm taking rest. I am feeling I would take rest on chair, but nap can also be taken to take rest. Let's see what AI guess. So AI first selected table, chair, and then nap, and then it found that the most suitable one is nap, and it removed that. So this is how this AI works, which is the third AI of today's. So I have given you this rather fourth one. So we started with Scroobly. We went to AI Dungeon. We also went to, okay, this is semantics. This is the third one, right? Are we comfortable in all the three AIs? Should we move on to the fourth one?
Yes, ma'am. They are very, very interesting.
Okay. Thank you for that, feedback, ma'am. Now, do you have children in the class, those who are not good artists, but you want to give an activity where they should be able to draw, express themselves by drawing? Nowadays, we have many software like, Canva and all, or Adobe Spark. But if you want a quick one, then you have an auto draw. In the Canva, Spark, or others, you still have child to have some drawing skills or choose everything ready-made. But this platform, aidraw.com, actually majorly used by a math teacher, but I have used it as a computer teacher also. Now see this is auto draw. It is like a normal paintbrush, so you can start over fresh. So you have this black canvas. Now you can take colors. So this is like normal paint that children would do, but what are the magical powers here? So suppose the child is doing a scenery or something. Now child wants to draw a tree, but not so good at drawing. So there are two pencils. One pencil, if the child is good at drawing, he himself has to draw everything. So no AI is there to help him. He has to draw the stem, root, whatever on himself and draw. So the people, those who are good with drawing, they draw and then they share, like teacher is saying, draw your dream locality. The children, those will be good with drawing, maybe will draw that. But if there is somebody who is not good with drawing, they will not share. So for them, there is this auto draw, magical pencil. You come here, you start to draw. As you start to draw, the AI would start to guess aap kya bana rahe ho. I have made this much. Ab upar suggestions dekhiye. Are you trying to draw this kind of tree, your Christmas tree, you have ordinary tree. Suppose I want this one or I want this one. So I have variety of options coming my way. I can choose and I can draw better and I can draw confidently. Now, suppose I wanted to draw a butterfly here. So I start to draw the butterfly. I've drawn this much and I am trying to draw. Butterfly is already here and with many more options. So for example, I have this one. So these many options are there. If suppose I feel still I haven't got, so I would try a little bit. I've got my butterfly here. I can choose any of the butterflies. So this platform can be used first to instill confidence among the children that they can draw. Now, for example, you are a maths teacher. Ask them, bring in 10 shapes on a poster which shows symmetry, which has 1 line of symmetry, which has 2 lines of symmetry, which has 4 lines of symmetry. Can you bring in 4 elements or 4 pictures on screen which shows vertical line of symmetry, which shows horizontal line of symmetry? And maybe you can say draw a poster on Christmas. So draw an e-card to share with your class for Christmas. So you tell children Christmas, children will look for Santa Claus, children would look for Christmas tree. So they would just draw a little bit of scribbling and then AI will suggest them. They will come up with a very nice poster. So if you see the video of auto draw, so if I take you to YouTube and I show you how to use auto draw, teachers have even used it to make their posters. So I'm just showing you how to use auto draw for poster making. Now, see.
Grammarly does more than catch errors. With Grammarly, you can find really good.
Hello everyone, this is Rishu from ilovefreesoftware.com, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to use Google AutoDraw. This is a new online tool launched by Google to offer you a seamless drawing experience. Let me quickly walk you through how to use this online drawing tool effectively. Okay, simply go to the official website, which is autodraw.com. There you will see a toolbar on the left side of the screen. Select Auto Draw and draw any random thing you want. You will see there are so many suggestions on the top of the screen. Select the object that you want. You will be surprised to see that you can draw anything, literally anything. You can fill colors and fill with colors. Selection tool. You can also save your drawing just by going to the main menu.
So I think we can, now interpret it. You can share your drawing. You can download it, whatever you draw. You can make even solo singing, school mein competition poster, English handwriting poster. You can write. You have text tool also here. You can type with that. You can type and write any text. For example, you want to write love for nature, something like that.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, how we can use this thing as a computer teacher?
Yeah, so ma'am, if you are a computer teacher, you have input-output devices, or you have network devices. You want children to draw 3 input devices, 3 output devices, or think of the gadgets that you have at home. Draw a poster of e-waste at home. So you can use many, for example, our old remote is an e-waste, or an old telephone instrument can be an e-waste. So you start to draw something using this one, and then maybe you start to make buttons or something. So it would try to guess. I just saw the remote right here. Now suppose I've asked them to make a poster on e-waste at home. So they can,
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Another thing, or maybe if you want to ask them to make autonomous and automatic machines. So there are 2 kinds of machines. Automatic machines which work on their own, and autonomous machines which have the ability to do decision making also. So for example, जैसे आपके घर में automatic washing machine है, अगर लेकिन किसी के पास एक ऐसा system है which is teaching how to drive a aeroplane, and you have a simulated AI, so that is autonomous, because AI will take decision also on its own. So self-driving cars are autonomous machines because they can take decision also based on if something comes randomly. They are not automatic that they are being programmed for a fixed program. They have sensors, they are autonomous machines, they take real-time decisions. So if suppose you want children to give 3 examples of autonomous machine, 3 of automatic machine, there are many examples in computers also, you can use it. Now,
even a remote car at the home can be an autonomous.
That is automatic because you have left right buttons. If you have a car which has sensor,
Yeah,
for
sensors.
example, that if it has
around itself.
yes, then it can be autonomous.
Okay, thank you.
Now,
Means, ma'am, electronic vehicle may be autonomous.
so ma'am, self-driving cars will all be autonomous. So let's just to give you an example. What is a machine? Like it was said in 3 Idiots, that which makes your work easier. So,
Yes, yes.
so anything that makes your work easier is a machine. For example, आप पहले हाथ से प्याज काटते थे, अब आपने एक मशीन ले लिया, you put the onion in that, फिर आप थोड़ा थोड़ा उसको मिक्सी समझ लीजिए, you have to press the button on, so it is automatic. Your chopping, grinding is happening through food processor or mixer. लेकिन आप ऐसा नहीं कर सकते कि उसको प्लग करके आप कहीं चले गए और वो अपने आप करता रहेगा और कोई प्रॉब्लम आएगी तो डिसीजन भी ले लेगा, 2 मिनट बाद बंद कर रहा है, ऐसा नहीं. डिजिटल ऑटोमेटिक.
Okay, means those can take decisions also.
Yeah. So the machines which have the power of taking some decisions on their own, which require minimal human intervention, they are autonomous machines.
Okay,
We may have
thank you,
many
ma'am.
automatic, but we may not have all autonomous. Now, see, similar to this AI is something called, if you want, Google ne kya kiya? They are clever.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes,
As
ma'am.
you have given me the example of food processor, so I would like to ask, is rice cooker also comes under machines?
Ma'am, it is a machine in the sense it is, I would say it's a special equipment. Because it is, हम कभी भी चावल हाथ से तो बनाएंगे नहीं, नॉर्मल कुकर में बनाएं या दूसरे कुकर में बनाएं.
But it's an autonomous, na, in that case.
It is automatic, not autonomous. आपने उसमें 5 मिनट का टाइमर लगाया, आपको हिलाने की जरूरत नहीं है, आप करके चले गए, वो खुद बंद हो जाएगा. So it is being tuned to automate one task, but it cannot do beyond that. It cannot do beyond that.
Okay, thank you.
Now, I have this, see, how did Google made this AI so smart? They first made this AI. So this AI is called Quick Draw. So there is another AI which is called quickdraw.com. अब ये AI क्या करती है? ये humans को challenge देती है. So I am putting its link also in the chat window. It will give you a task. So for example, it will give you a task. For example, let it say quickdraw.com. अब वो आपको बोलेगी just I think they have changed their platform or what? Just a minute. Let me write Google experiment quick draw.
Yes, ma'am, they have changed their platform. Actually, I was trying it in my last class. I was not able to do it properly. They have changed something.
I think I have got it now. So this is the correct URL. So I'll just give you this URL. So don't use the previous one, use this one. So this is with google.com, quickdraw.com is something else. The second URL. Now this is based on neural network. So they first made this platform and then based on the data given by people on this platform, the AI started to judge their ability to draw and how humans draw certain things. Then they start to build their database and they use that database for ऑटो ड्रॉ भी गूगल का प्लेटफॉर्म है, क्विक ड्रॉ भी उनका प्लेटफॉर्म है. अब सपोज यहाँ आपको एक चैलेंज देता है एंड देन इट ट्राइज टू रीड योर ब्रेन हाउ यू ड्रॉ डिफरेंट थिंग्स. इट सेज ड्रॉ बेसबॉल इन 20 सेकेंड. अब यू से गॉट, आपके पास 20 सेकेंड है, यू स्टार्ट टू ड्रॉ बेसबॉल.
I see ear or circle. Oh, I know, it's baseball.
Now, जैसे ही मैंने सही बनाया बेसबॉल, इसने कैप्चर कर लिया कि ह्यूमंस विल मेक अ बॉल, उसके अंदर एस और ये ऐसे बेसबॉल बनाएंगे. ऑटो ड्रॉ में आप जाके अब एक सर्कल के अंदर एस बनाने की कोशिश कीजिए, ये आपको बेसबॉल सबसे पहले देगा सजेशन में, बिकॉज द कॉमन डेटाबेस व्हिच इज बीइंग बिल्ट हियर इज बीइंग यूज्ड देयर. नाउ इट सेज ट्रॉम्बोन. मुझे नहीं पता ट्रॉम्बोन कैसे बनाते हैं. आई एम जस्ट ट्राइंग.
I see line or street light.
AI बोल रही है कि वो
or
क्या.
spoon. I see yoga or nail or scissors or pliers or banana. I see banana peel.
अब उसको
Sorry, I couldn't guess it.
अब it could not guess it. Uska last decision tha banana peel, but that was not that. So this is an AI which gives you task and it sees how you are moving your pencil. Based on your these kind of actions, it is building its database for auto draw. अब अगर मैं auto draw में जाके यहाँ पर कुछ बनाने की कोशिश करती हूँ, suppose I draw a circle and I draw a line into it like S. You see, I would get my suggestions for time, my suggestion for, balls, my suggestion for many similar looking things which were there. So it could guess that I draw certain things like that. I think I have not made the shape very perfect. But if I do that, so now even the globe is coming. And towards the end, the ball is also coming. So it's actually tried to guess how do you do things. So quick draw is another. And as I said, they use their database interchangeably. They read humans' mind using the concept of neural network, the way human brain works. It tries to capture that, and it tries to take things in its database and use it in the auto draw when we draw the things. There is one beautiful AI, which I'm going to show next. I'll give you one or two examples how it can be used in real life, but that's your imagination. You can actually use it anywhere. So its name is Sound Imaginary. So you can call it as Imaginary Soundscape. I'm putting its link in the chat window. There are some ready-made things which are available on this platform. And there are certain things which you can take to this platform. Now, what does this does? Let me just close these extra windows and come there so that it moves a little faster. So this is the link of Imaginary Sound. What it does is you go to any street. There are many street views here. Either I can go to any ready-made street view or I can upload my image. First, let me take you to street view. Wherever I'll go, you see according to the scene. This is called ability of computer to see images, which is computer vision. So we click on street view. And wherever I'll go, based on the scene there, the sound will be given by AI. Now let me go to this place. Now see, I'm in a jungle. Can you hear the sound of footstep in jungle?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Let me take you to the seashore. It will take some time to load. Let it come then. I think it is still on the previous one. Now the sound would change. Just a minute. Let me refresh it. It has got into a loop. I think purani wali sound aa rahi hai. So I would go to random location. So I'm saying random. It would randomly take me to different location and sound would change. Up some sound is coming. I randomly change the place then. What if we want to give our own sound? So let me take an image of an online class. I'm just writing online classes and I'm going to go to images and I'm picking any set of images. Let me take this image and right click, save image as, and I'm taking it as sample. And then I am coming back to, okay, it got into a folder, I think, sample. Now I come to this AI and I come back to home screen and I say, I want to upload my own image, give sound for that. So what I could have done is, if I could have taken this link also. When you go to an image, you have copy image link, then I don't need to download. I can either load a file or I can paste its link also without downloading. Now it is uploading my image, for which I have copy pasted the link.
Pandora Box could hold vital information for their cause that they could.
Did you notice the sound is coming, which is relevant to the image?
Them and the capital.
Yes, ma'am.
To be destroyed and taken advantage.
Now suppose you go here and you say that dance party.
The chaos code. Now time is running short as few are left to
And I
face
take
the enemy.
images.
Two,
Now suppose
Pandora box
I take
could
this
hold vital
image
information for their
and I
cause
say
that
right click,
they could use against the
copy
capital,
link.
which could hold
I come to
dark
this.
secrets about them and the capital.
And computer teachers can, talk about this when they talk about computer vision, ability of computer to interpret interpret images. Now it would upload this. Now, where have I used it in real time? So when we do school plays, dance and drama, you pick up some scenes and where you want some typical, background music. आपको समझ में नहीं आ रहा है कि हम कौन सा background music दें. So what I have done, I have taken real-time pictures. I have uploaded to this AI. This AI has suggested some music and I have downloaded that. How to download that? Please see. If suppose you have an image and you are liking the music of it given by AI. So आपके पास, if you are a computer teacher, you would know how to see the code of a HTML page. You can inspect elements. So suppose I right click. Now this is my code. Here I have to look for sound file. Now I think you could not hear my voice. My point of saying is you open that image. When that page is open, you right click and say inspect source. और ये जो source आता है आप इसमें sound word search कर लीजिए. Your address of sound file will come. You copy that and then that's it. Always an open source sound file. You can download that. So you can search the word sound and search from here. You will get that music. That is one idea for using. If you have class assemblies, you have plays, you can do. You can otherwise use this AI to tell the ability of computer to comprehend images. Now, last AI of the session, because I'm very mindful of your time. And so
Ma'am, you have just become my AI for 2 minutes because I was just thinking where to use it and you have just told that.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. So just, there is an AI called Deep Nostalgia. That's a beautiful one. You can make your parents happy, pick up their old age black and white pictures, color them to colored ones, or you can, make the still pictures move. So this is an AI called Deep Nostalgia. You upload a still picture to it and it will give you its animated picture. So I'm putting it in the...
Ma'am, please provide the link too. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm giving the link in the chat window. So its name is Deep Nostalgia. You come here and you upload a still picture of you. So I hope I have so I'm taking one of my students' still picture or this girl's still picture. So I open it. Make sure you have one person in the picture. Otherwise AI would get confused. So you have to sign in. Earlier, it did not require sign in. Now it asks you to sign in, and in the free version, it gives you 5 trials for free. And then maybe it asks you to upgrade. So then you sign in with Google. You give it a picture. Please give picture where the person, only one face is there. Right? So if you, for example, oh my God, the terms and conditions have changed. It is asking me to give my credit card details. I don't want to do that, but I can show you the output. Let me just show you I think this last 1 or 2 months, they have changed the license condition. So you see the sample. If I'm just trying one last time, if it allows me to do that without signing up, otherwise I'll show you the example. We have to, I think, sign up first. Now, what it is doing, it is asking me to start a plan. But let's see from the home page, because I have already used it many times.
Ma'am, you can go down. I think it's showing start a free trial.
But it would ask the detail for credit card.
Wow.
Means after I have done...
Ma'am, try an incognito mode.
Just 1 minute. That's a
No,
good.
it has to do nothing with the incognito mode. Actually, incognito mode works when you have some cache there, but if the terms and conditions are changed, it won't work.
Terms and conditions are changed, but I'm just trying to show you something. Just have a look at home page, and somebody can also try. I think I have tried more than 5 times. That's why it's forcing me to set up my account. So आप जिसने एक भी बार नहीं किया आप कर सकते हैं, but I'll show you from the home page what is the power of this AI. So you see a lady has uploaded.
I have checked it. It is working very nice. Yes.
You
So
could
how
check
to
it.
download this animate page.
You can download it once you have the option of right click. You can save it. This particular image for me it is not coming because I think I have exhausted all my free options. मैम उसमें right click का option आता है and then you can save it as a
animated image.
Yeah, you can save it as animated image.
Right click.
Yeah. So I would, before I close the session, I would go back and type the list. And I know I have promised somebody to show Scroobly once again, which I'll show in last 2 minutes. And I'm typing the name of the AIs, which I have done in the session. So we have done Scroobly. We have done AI Dungeon. Then after that, we had done another AI Symmetrics for language teachers. Then we had done Quick Draw. Links are already there. We had done Quick Draw ke baad, we had also done Auto Draw. And then we had done Image Soundscape, Imaginary Soundscape. And just now I was trying to show you about this one, which is called as Deep Nostalgia. The teacher who could do that, if you would like to share the link in the chat window, if you could download the image, that will be really good. Now I'm coming back to Neha ma'am. What is your question?
Ma'am, could you please share the link of your previous workshop and could you list down the AI programs that you have mentioned and you have taught there? Because I seem to have missed that workshop.
Ma'am, Saranjit sir, will it be possible for us to share the recording of previous session?
Good evening, Shalini ma'am. So certainly we are planning to share it, and we were waiting that second session also completes. So maybe in a couple of days, and coincidentally, I and Gurpreet both have been traveling. So maybe in another couple of days, we will be sharing the recordings as well.
Sure, thank you.
Excuse me, Sonia, I have one question. Like when we start teaching students AI, then from what level we should do the codings and all? Like here we are learning the inbuilt AIs and we are using that as a game, as some fun of the things that student will understand what is AI.
Yeah.
But students are already aware. So these will be helpful for them. But how we will I just want to say when we should start coding part.
Ma'am, excellent question. I would say that grade 8 is the right age, 7, 8, when you saw the seeds of visualizing them creating their own AI. So if you were there in the previous session or not, I don't know. I had made a machine learning.
I joined late actually.
So in the previous session, we had made image identification model, sound identification machine learning model on Google Teachable Machine. So we do Google Teachable Machine in grade 9. And if you have seen Sir's book also on AI of grade 9, that has very systematic way of using ready-made AIs, and towards the end, how to create your own AIs also as per the CBSE curriculum. So that particular, grade 8, 9 is the right age when they first have first-hand experience on Python. So they should know Python as a language. Python has some ready-made libraries which they can leverage to make their machine learning models. First AI, we all should teach on Google Teachable Machine or on Microsoft AI School. We have plug and play, platform where we can drag some block and help children make their first machine learning model. So that is just to give them confidence that they can make. And basically we have to teach them AI is no magic. AI is about writing the code smartly so that you make that program to work in a manner as if human feels that there is a human behind this program. No machine is doing it and it's all actions like human being. So that is what you teach them, smart and intelligent coding. And definitely class 9th, as I said, with basic understanding of Python is the right place to start.
Ma'am, you told Google Teachable Machine. So
Yeah.
Can you provide the link of that so that we can try it once, because half an hour late I joined in the previous session.
I'm giving Google Teachable
And one more site you just told, Google Teachable
AI
Machine, and one more.
School. AI Microsoft
So please,
AI School. That I'm giving both.
Microsoft?
Ma'am, I'm giving both the links in the chat.
Okay, thank you so much. I'm waiting. Thank you.
Microsoft AI School has some tools for your face recognition. This is AI School by Microsoft, so you can get it over there. I would, before I close, if there a teacher is there in the room who had asked for the first AI once again.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, ma'am, here, the first AI that we did was Scroobly.com. This is just a fun time activity and to make them aware of AI, ability of computer to see and interpret images, computer vision, and to how to, what is AR and how do you bring it. So you click on start, and then it says that first choose a shape and then scribble. So I'm supposed to choose a shape and I'm supposed to move my body the way I want my doodle to move. Then it will take my camera for sure.
This I have done. This I have done. Even I have done it my place also.
Yeah.
This I understand. But actually, I was just thinking like from what level we should start with the coding part. Actually, students are they thinking now we know so many things that how AI is working, either how AI identify our voice and all these things. So they just want to start because they are having Python also in their syllabus. So they just want to, like, ma'am, at least one application when they start now, so they just start getting confident.
Ma'am,
That's why I was asking.
if you just see, give me just last 30 seconds.
Ma'am, I am waiting even for 10 minutes. No issues.
I know sir is traveling and other teachers have to move. So this Akinator.com. This is an expert system. I had showed it last time. This is a ready-made AI. So if you go to Akinator.com and you play it with your children once, you don't show this AI to them, don't share the screen with them, and tell them that you guess a character or an animal, and I will ask you maximum 20 questions and I will tell you which animal you were guessing. So first you play this game with them and then you show them that at the back end I was using an AI. Now, once you have done this exercise, say for example, it will ask you 20 questions maximum and it will guess the animal for you. Now they will be amazed, ma'am, how did you guess? What was how could you read our mind? So you tell them that it is not about any magic. I've used an AI. If you want to build such an AI, now in Python, they can do database connectivity. I have told my children to, do this kind of, so I tell them that create an Excel like this. So in an Excel, for example, I'm showing you, just to give them example, I have made a database. So in the database, I can have 20 questions and AI can filter my database with every response. So for example, if the first question is, now ma'am, please see on my screen, this is an Excel that I have made and I am clearing the filter now first, so this is like, I don't, I clear the filter. So I have a database maybe which is very huge. It has 5,000 animals. Now I'm playing a guess game with you and in the backend, I've made my code such that I ask you first question, is your animal a pet animal? Now suppose you say yes. So then I remove the no options. I filter the database. So I use linear search and in my database, I just retain wherever it's yes. Then I ask you, is your animal having a long tail? And so you suppose you say yes. All the animals which have short tails are gone. Then my third question is, your animal live in den? Now suppose you say no. So my database is getting narrowed, question by question. By the time I'll ask you 10 questions or 20 questions, I have the answer what you are thinking, right? So that's how this AI works. Now I told children that you in chemistry, you are doing metals and non-metals and inert gases. Make an expert system, AI-enabled system, which asks 10 questions and guess which inert gas you were guessing. Can you do that? Now in Python, we teach them Python SQL database connectivity. These kind of databases can be made in SQL and we can filter, we can put query for this question answer equals to yes or no. Every time the search area can be reduced, and that is how they can make their own machine learning model. So you have to guide them. You have to tell them Python SQL integration or Python Excel integration. They can code it very easily. If the child is in 11th or so,